The waning days of Lyndon B. Johnson's Democratic administration, spanning 1968 and early 1969, were characterized by intense political upheaval and actions that drew heavy criticism for being illegal, immoral, and manipulative, primarily centered on the disastrous escalation of the Vietnam War and the suppression of domestic dissent. Despite Johnson's televised announcement in March 1968 that he would not seek re-election and would pursue peace talks, the military conflict on the ground continued with undiminished intensity. The immense civilian death toll resulting from aggressive U.S. military tactics, including massive aerial bombardment, widespread use of chemical defoliants like Agent Orange, and search and destroy missions, was condemned as an act of indiscriminate mass killing. The horrific My Lai massacre in March 1968, though later revealed under the Nixon administration, was carried out by U.S. Army soldiers on Johnson's watch and exemplified the breakdown of military ethics and the immense psychological damage inflicted by the war on American forces and the Vietnamese population. Domestically, the administration engaged in illegal political surveillance and manipulation. President Johnson personally authorized the illegal use of federal law enforcement agencies for political ends. Most notably, the FBI, at Johnson's direction, placed illegal wiretaps on the phones of his own vice president, Hubert Humphrey, during the 1968 Democratic National Convention. This was a severe abuse of executive power aimed at controlling the party platform and preventing Humphrey from adopting an anti-war stance that might undercut Johnson's legacy. Furthermore, the FBI's clandestine and illegal program, COINTELPRO, was actively targeting and sabotaging domestic political dissent throughout 1968. This program involved the use of psychological warfare, infiltration, and the dissemination of false information aimed at neutralizing anti-war activists, the Black Panther Party, and other civil rights movement leaders, deliberately undermining their organizations and reputations. The 1968 Democratic National Convention in Chicago was a defining event of political suppression. The party establishment, backed by powerful Democratic figures like Mayor Richard J. Daley, ensured the nomination of the pro-war candidate, Humphrey, over the anti-war preference of a significant portion of the Democratic base, highlighting the manipulative control exerted by party bosses. Outside the convention hall, Mayor Daley ordered what became widely known as the police riot, where law enforcement officers brutally and indiscriminately attacked peaceful anti-war protesters, journalists, and bystanders with clubs and tear gas. This heavy-handed, violent crackdown on dissent by Democratic officials was broadcast nationally and served as a stark image of the party's handling of political opposition. Finally, in the final months of the administration, political intelligence was weaponized against the opposition party. Johnson's apparatus spied on the Republican presidential campaign of Richard Nixon, discovering Nixon's secret efforts, known as the Chennault Affair, to encourage South Vietnam to stall the ongoing Paris peace talks, assuring them they would get a better deal if Nixon won. While Nixon's action was unethical, Johnson's monitoring of the political opposition using intelligence tools further demonstrated a pattern of executive overreach and political espionage.